Yeah. Yeah, for some for some reason, I'm having connection issues now.
Uh-oh. That
Yeah, I don't
basement,
know
have
why.
you
That's why it
saged that
cut out on
basement
me.
yet? I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, you can hear me fine, right? You can
I
see
can
me
hear
fine. You
you.
can hear me fine.
I can hear you fine. I can see
Can
you
you see?
fine. Yes.
Okay,
I can
okay,
see you and I can hear you.
good. All right. Welcome everybody to a pop-up episode of the
Welcome to
Cemetery
everybody
Files.
to the testing session of Cemetery
Right,
Files.
right, right. So, yeah, a lot of things have happened the last couple weeks. We had
Hmm.
Paracon to go to. I finished the soundproof room in my basement. Um, I'm still working on a few bugs here and there, but it looks a lot better. I am in my own little area. My lighting I still need to work with, but I had to switch out a camera because my other camera sucked. So,
Big
but
time.
yeah, I digress. So
Yeah,
let me see. Dun, dun, dun.
well, this winter
Ah,
I'm going to do something with my room. I think I'm going to paint my walls black.
really?
Hmm. Yep, I think I'm going to move everything to the center of the room and make my walls black.
Okay. So anybody that I put a thing out on Facebook that if anybody wanted
We
to
got
come watch the
we got two
show,
watchers.
yeah, two watchers. So
Yay!
these two watchers, you can see the chats. Type in on the chats because we are on Parapost Network as well as Facebook and YouTube. So I just I sent my sister a message and told her that we were going to be on YouTube.
Mm.
So
Oh, good.
that's
Okay.
what she watches it all the time.
Okay. Cool. And anybody who
So
would be watching from my fence is is working. So,
yeah.
yeah. Well,
So
would be.
what's that?
I guess there's some people who would be watching it, but that's okay.
No,
Sitting around the headstones.
I really do like the new logo.
Isn't that cool? I'm so proud of it.
That is very cool.
I'm so proud of it.
Yeah.
And
Um.
I think pretty much that one's going to
Yeah.
replace
So
everyone as the logo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
All
pretty
right.
happy with
Yeah.
it.
So okay. Um. doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Now I'm like, gosh, I need to go look and
Huh. But you said that my picture's good
yeah,
then,
your
right?
picture's good, your audio's good, everything's good on that. Yeah. It's all good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, don't worry about
I'll leave
that.
it and then I'll mess with it
Yeah,
later.
just mess with
Okay.
it later.
So yeah. Yeah. So this is pretty cool that we were able to go to a Paracon
Mhm.
last weekend. We went to Rock Island, Illinois, at the Haunted YMCA,
Right.
and it was a good time.
Mhm.
We met some really cool people, and I got to reconnect with a couple people that I've already, met,
Yeah.
and so yeah, I mean it was cool. It was kind of funny when the first person I ran into was Aaron Thompson from 28 Days Haunted, and he's so
He
funny
is. He's just
just
so
because
high energy.
he's yeah. Right, he's got that personality that you just kind of want to be around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we really like that hearing. So if everybody hasn't seen 28 Days Haunted on Netflix, I suggest that you go watch it. It's pretty
Mhm.
good. It's different.
It is different.
There is basic yeah, there's a lot of different shows and movies and stuff that are coming out now that people that don't realize that it's the paranormal field. It's so huge, it's big.
Yeah.
It's just and
Well, that's one of the things that I
that
was
seems to
thinking about the
be
paranormal is it's so big. I'm surprised we're not getting more noticed. That's
Right, right. Well, I mean, because of the fact that it's so big, and I just, um, like I had said yesterday, it's kind of like, you want to be in the paranormal field, you want to be able to contribute, or you want to try to find um, the truth on some places and locations and things like that. You don't have to try to fit in. Just keep doing your own thing, and you know, just keep keep being
mhm.
you. You know,
Well, that goes down that
yeah.
just
I mean,
not only does that work for us professionally, but it works for you personally too, because that's one of the things that I had a
mhm,
hard time with was I was just wanting to be liked by other people so hard that I just drove them away. But once I started being myself
right,
and just
right.
doing what it was that made me happy and made me feel complete, people were drawn to it.
Mhm,
And that happens for
mhm,
everybody that does the same thing. And you concentrate on yourself, you build
right.
yourself up, and you will attract those. What is the saying that they use in the movie? Build it and they will come. And it's just
Right,
exactly what it is. It's like build it up the way
right.
that makes you happy, and the happiness is going to be that positive energy that draws people in.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that having said that, I mean, it's just yeah, just keep doing what you're
Mhm.
doing and love what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, and you can be the only, like I said, the only person that you really have to impress in the end is. I
Right.
just don't understand why people really want to you know you know I don't know. It's just they some people just keep trying. It's like they try too hard, and then like you said, it kind of drives people away. Dan Tex, yeah, been a big supporter of both Studio Six and the Cemetery Box.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, so we want to thank him, and it's great that we have this support, and
Mhm.
the continuing efforts that we have with the people in the paranormal field. We're blessed. There's so many great people in the paranormal field
Yeah.
right now that I mean that I can contact at any time, and guests that we've had in the past,
David Taylor.
they I was just thinking the same. That's the name I was thinking. Yes, yeah,
We're
like
starting
Dave
to do
Taylor.
this more
Yeah,
often.
I know, right, right, right. So no, yeah, Dave Taylor with Our Haunted Lives on Paraflex, and I love the show, and I love him, and it's just, and he's so fun to talk to. He's got that one of those
Mhm.
personalities that that you just want to engage all the time, and
Right.
and just like Christy, I mean, she's the same way. I mean, she's got one of those um, personalities that you just want to talk to and you want to
Which
interact
Christy?
with from Our Haunted Lives.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, there's other things. I mean, we are on um, Ghost Planet Network.
Yes.
Okay, so if anybody doesn't know, the Ghost Planet Network is from the UK, and I contacted Neil, the guy that started it, created it, and he thought it would be great to have our show or Studio Six on that platform because we're basically the only American team on that network because they're a
Oh,
UK
wow.
network. Right. So, there's probably 4 videos up. I think that the last video that recently that they just put up was of
Oh, there's more up? I only got to
there's
see their first episode. Our first episode was the only one that
right
was up when I
after that
watched it.
he actually put up a one with um me and Josh Hughes interviewing Barry Fitzgerald.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was my first time actually interviewing Barry, and Barry is a very good friend of mine, and I really like him a lot. And you can just pick his brain forever, and he's got so much great information and whatnot. So um, yeah, so we've had some great guests on both shows of like the Studio Six Paranormal podcast with Shane, We had one Sunday with Jenny Coles, which was fun,
Oh, cool.
and yeah, she was
She
awesome.
is a bundle of energy.
She
Oh
is,
my
yes,
lord.
yes, yes, she is, and we were really blessed to have her, come on the show kind of at last minute. So,
Absolutely.
but yeah, so yeah, I mean, so there's so much that people can do in the paranormal field that, I mean, with podcasts and even just, investigations and yeah, I mean, um, what did he say? He said, once you find a team, you find other people that have the same interests, which leads you
Yeah.
to other real paranormal, and which is true.
Yeah.
And we basically, you know, I've lived that. I've ran into so many great people doing that. With the interviews and even with investigations. It's one of those things that are if you're blessed enough to be able to have these people, want to hang out with you and to do investigate with you and then
Yeah.
become lifelong friends and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, and
Well,
for people,
I'm looking at the time that I mean, I came out here from the West Coast. So I knew nobody out here that did ghost hunting.
hmm
And the first thing I did was go to a Paracon, which was the first one of the Tennessee Haunts and Legends, which was last year. And I just started handing out my business card saying, "Hey, I'm new to the area, would love to investigate. Here's my card, call me anytime, blah, 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 blah." And that just exploded.
hmm
And then the other thing that I would do when I wanted to, try and find locations to go to is anybody I would meet, anytime I had an opportunity, I'd hand out my business card and I'd say, "You never know who might need me."
hmm hmm
And it just bloomed from there too. And just all the people that we've met and everybody at the Paracon. I can't even remember everybody. I should have had a notebook with me.
right,
But
right,
they're just it is such a blessing to be in a community like the paranormal world. It's a lot different from what I was finding on the West Coast where everybody was so closed and everybody didn't want to work with anybody else. They didn't want to let their secrets out, right?
right,
And
right.
out here it's so open, it's so welcoming. I am I made the best decision by coming out here. I really
hmm
did.
hmm Yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
and
would
then
agree
there's
with
this
you.
guy that wanted me on be on podcasts and stuff like that. He's a pain in the butt, but
Right. So, I have to excuse myself for 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I gotta go
Okay.
grab something real quick, and
All
then
right.
I will come back, and you can entertain.
I will entertain. My phone actually just rang, but I sent it away. I said I'll call you back.
Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
I think I
I'll.
might be able to entertain. How would you like me to entertain them?
I don't know, but
I'll think of something.
okay. I'll be back.
It won't involve anything weird. Well, maybe it might. Who knows? But yeah, the Paracon was really great. We the one up. It's the. I don't know if Jay went on when I was driving home or not because I drove home on Monday. And missed the show. But the Paracon was Saturday in Rock Island, Illinois, and we were at the Rock Island YMCA building, which it no longer is the YMCA. It's now a furniture company, but it was built specifically for the YMCA to be housed in that building. It followed on the heels of the one that was in Moline, which is directly across the freeway from Rock Island, and they're pretty much sister buildings. They were built by the same architect, so there's a lot in those. I've been starting to do research on the building itself and the elements that were used in its construction because of I questioned whether or not. Hi Tracy, how are you doing? I was questioning what the effect the iron structure of the building would have on spirits that were in the building. And one of the things I found out just recently is with buildings that have iron in them and a lot of iron structure, like what the YMCA building has in it, would not hold. or house, whichever way you want to look at it, spirits that are of the elemental type, because elementals, when specifically the fae, when they touch iron, it burns them. So it's something that I'm really wondering how the haunting is affected by the structure of the building itself and its design and that sort of thing. So what would be really, have a great dinner, Dan. We'll see you later. We'll the other thing that I would like to do is I would like to look at not only how that building was built, but also, since it's a sister building with the one in Moline, I'd like to go in and take a look at that building and see if maybe it's got a haunting going on too as well. Um, but those are some of the things that I have on the back of my mind, and things that I thought about on the way home, my 8-hour drive home. I broke it up this time. I stopped in Indianapolis and saw a really great friend of mine, and then finished the drive home. But it was really, really a nice drive. I finally found the easy way up there. So the Paracon itself, we went in, or I went in on Friday and set up the booth, and everything worked the way that my plan had been laid out. And we were downstairs in the party basement. We were located right next to the entrance to the boiler room, which is haunted. And well, actually, the entire building's haunted, but there's some activity going on in the boiler room. At one point, I got left downstairs all by myself. And I was like, okay, let's see what happens here. Because you're right next to the boiler room, and they've got instances of where things have been thrown at them, in thrown at investigators in the boiler room. So okay, let's see. The impressions I got as I was setting up is they would come out and watch me set up and wonder what we were doing, and nobody really ever came past the little doorway there going back into the room, but it worked for me. And got it all set up, and no spirits bothered me. And Jay's back, and I was just getting into my story. I love it.
Yeah.
Well,
See.
I talked about how the building's construction really has me interested.
Oh, okay.
How I'm doing some more research on that building. I also want to, because it's a sister building with the one that was built for Moline, I would really be interested to find out if that building has some hauntings in it as well.
Right.
And then, is it associated with the design of the building? Is it associated with the materials that were used in the construction? And iron typically has been. Tracy says hi to you.
Who?
Um,
Oh, hi,
Tracy,
Tracy.
yeah. So typically, iron has been a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
protective
Tracy.
metal.
Tracy's a Wisconsinite.
She's what?
Mm-hmm.
Say again.
She's a Wisconsinite.
Ah, okay,
She's a
Wisconsin.
Wisconsinite.
Wisconsinite.
Yeah.
I think I'm a Tennessean. That's what it is, a
Mhm.
Tennessean. Um, So yeah, I'm just wondering what the whole thing's going to be, and I'll do some more research on that. Right now, it's so infant right now in its structure that I can't. That's all I know. It burns the fay.
Yeah. Well, I had to send my sister a message.
Ah, okay.
Here, I won't care. So, yeah. So having having us when we did the Paracon, the one thing that I wanted to say was the people that were there, that had the vendor booths and stuff like
Hmm.
that. There were some of them that I think were. I mean, they could have got a little bit more exposure. I mean, there were some that Old World Paranormal. I'm friends with them, and even on Twitter.
Hmm.
And these didn't get to stop at the table because we were constantly running back and forth or up and
Oh
down
yeah,
or
it was insane. There
right.
was so much going on.
I mean, and Short Bus Paranormal, those guys next to us
I love those guys.
were
I can't wait
hilarious.
to work with them. I
Yeah,
cannot
they
wait.
were right. So we're gonna probably during this show we'll probably name drop a few,
Well,
just
yeah, I
just so
got
you
my
know.
cards. I can just go get my cards and hold on, let me reach back here and get my
Yeah,
cards.
yeah,
Yeah, I got my cards back here.
yeah.
Name drop. I love that. Meanwhile, I might be interrupted here a couple of times because the dog has decided that mommy's worked too much today, and it's time for her to play. So I might have some interruptions puppy wise. Like,
Ah.
yeah, I was just on a podcast at 3. It was with the Scotland crew, and Diamond decided that I needed to hold her teddy bear so she could rip its head off. So I'm sitting here being jerked back and forth as I'm on. Let's see here. Alexa, office light 100%. Yes, I have. Yes,
Here,
I have. Yes, I have a smart house.
okay, so here's my sister.
Oh, who's your sister?
None.
None,
Hi,
none.
sister.
Hi, baby brother. Oh, I'll just have to show it. Oh, you did show it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Oh, how can we not? Oh, we got to start the name dropping off with this one. You ready?
Okay. Yeah. What?
Jamie Lynn
Oh yeah, we got Jamie Lynn.
and
Yes. Yep.
Cassia from
Yep.
Paranormal Party.
Mhm.
They were
Yep.
awesome.
Yep.
We had so much fun with them. Let's
Oh
see who
yeah,
else.
she was fantastic. I mean, I
Oh yeah.
just having you know so many different people to interact with. That
Well,
that was the one
all
thing.
different people. I mean, just
Hmm.
everybody was so different. There wasn't anybody that was the same as anybody else. It was really interesting.
Right. Yeah.
Journey into the Haunted with Tina Tibbetts.
Okay.
They do investigations, photography, paranormal equipment, and accessories. God, I wish I could
Nice.
have gotten more cards. It was just a really weird experience.
Hmm. Hmm.
Let's see here. Who else is in here? Um, no, that's the guy from before. And there. Oh, I got 2 of Tina's cards. Interesting. I got Paraflex. Oh, Silent Explorers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Silent Explorers. For anybody that doesn't know, Silent Explorers is a deaf team that goes
Hmm.
out and explores the paranormal, and they're deaf. So
Hmm.
I really would love to go out on an investigation with them to see how they do that.
Yeah.
Um, oh, and then
Yeah.
there's this
We.
guy Jay Hill. I don't know who he is.
Yeah. Well, the one show that me and Shane had was we had a deaf team. Their name is um I have to look it up because these these people were fantastic, and I really liked talking with them just because they were just amazing.
Hmm.
And um, let me see here. Yeah. I didn't realize that I have a lot of shows on YouTube. Holy
I've
cow!
got a lot of business cards, but I didn't get very many from their short bus. God, I love a short bus.
Yeah, show the card.
Oh, okay. It's just the funniest thing. I'm glad they kept their name. Let's see if I can get it. Can you see that?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That looks. Yeah.
So it's got a short bus on it. It's so cute. Just absolutely darling. Nice card too. Yeah, I didn't get very
Hmm.
many. There's Dan Terry. Why does Dan Terry ring a bell? Maybe he was. Oh, he was at the other Paracon. Yeah, I gotta get more business cards. I gotta get another business card holder too. But yeah, I like business cards because I go flipping through those. I'll get requests from other areas to come out and do investigations, and if I don't have anybody in that area, I pull out my cards and start looking them up.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, I've got a couple different um business cards. I got one for the other show. and then
Hmm.
I've got one, my personal one.
Yeah.
Um, I need to make another one. Um, so yeah, it's this is really gonna drive me nuts if I can't find this. This is gonna make me mad.
Well, yeah, I need to make another business card that includes all of the things that I'm doing. I finally decided on what the umbrella company was going to be.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
going to be Kelly's Haunted Adventures, and that's going to cover everything.
Right. Right. So yeah.
What?
Okay, so my sister will kind of chime in every once in a while. Um, she said she's Jade's Christmas. I talked to in 2 days in a row. Okay, so
That's funny.
ask you how well he puts bike together after taking them apart. Oh, I got a bike for Christmas when I was
Now, is this an older
9.
sister or a younger sister?
She's a year older than me,
Are you the baby of the
so
family?
I am. I am the baby. Yes, I am the baby. So it was Christmas. I was 7 or 8 or whatever it was. I got a puppy bike for Christmas and thought this was the best Christmas ever. And then a week later, I wanted to see how it worked, so I took it apart,
Oh,
all apart, in the garage and left it sit there. Yeah. Needless to say that my mom and dad were not happy.
I
So
took a toilet apart one time to
while
find
you
out
were on
to find out how it
it,
works, and then I fixed it.
yeah, yeah. My sister is we're 13 months apart, so.
Okay, cool,
Hmm. Yeah.
cool, cool,
I have
cool.
two other sisters. So I have three older sisters. Melanie,
Oh,
Melissa,
baby of the family and the
yeah,
only boy. Mm, mm,
Melanie,
mm, mm,
Melissa, and
mm.
Melinda. Yeah. Hmm. Yep.
That's
So
yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
Oh,
Believe me.
I got a
So
shipping
hey,
confirmation on the new banner.
okay, sweet. So hence why I wear jewelry a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with an older sister that was, all about fashion, all about,
Have a good evening
jewelry,
too,
whatever.
Tracy.
So bye, Tracy. And so yeah, it's just I don't know. I just I feel better when I have something on jewelry wise.
Right.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's I'm just a weirdo, I think it is.
No, it's not.
But
It's not a weirdo thing. I mean, I've there's certain things I wear, but
mhm.
yeah. No, I don't wear too many jewelry because it interferes with it just feels weird. It feels weird to have things on my skin. I have a very thin ring that I wear on my middle finger on my left hand, and that's about it. I'll put another ring on every now.
What happened? Oh my gosh. Well, evidently I lost Kelly. That sucks. So to kind of get back to talking about business cards and whatnot, and having business cards that we give away, and it's to me that's important. I meet somebody new, I usually try to get their business card if they have one. Yeah, so at the Paracon that we were just at, like I said, there were so many different tables and so many vendors that were offering some things that were simply fantastic. And a lot of it was, jewelry, and um, they were a couple mediums there that were offering their services for mediumship, and I was one of them, but I wasn't at my table long enough to be able to really do anything because we were in the basement, so we didn't have a whole lot of traffic. But there was quite a bit of uh, different people, interacting, coming down, and walking through because you had to get to the area where they were doing some of the speeches and some of the um, like Dave Schrader was talking, and you know Nick Starlow from shadow hunters. He was down there, so we were hoping that they were going to come by the table a little bit more, but it just didn't quite work that way. But there were still some great people, and a lot of just people that were just into the paranormal that itself. There were some really great individuals that we met that uh, we kind of connected with. There's a couple people that have a museum in Iowa that we want to be able to go to soon, and yeah, um, yeah. So, um, yeah. So the people in the chat, yeah, my sister's gonna get necked off. She's got storms in Iowa where she's at. So, um, yeah, yeah. But yeah. So meeting new people and you know interacting with them and hearing their stories, meeting people who aren't necessarily part of the paranormal field but are into the paranormal, and hearing their personal experiences in certain situations you know is important to me because I love to hear other people's stories about the paranormal. And I've been in the paranormal for a long time. I mean, basically I grew up with it and I've experienced it my whole life. um, I'll tell you one story that I actually uh, saw my first full body apparition when I was 16, and I was in. We were living in a house that at one point um, was going to be sold, but the lady that was trying to sell it couldn't sell it, so she rented it to my family, and
That
there she
was
is.
flippin' weird.
Right. So I was in the middle of telling my full body apparition story.
Ooh!
So let me finish that real quick. And okay, so um, I was 16 years old. We moved into a house, um, and this is downtown and not too far from where I live. And it's now a um, it's called sabai sabai. It's a Japanese cuisine. I think that's what it is. And
Yummy.
I've eaten sushi there a couple different times. It's really
Oh,
good. Oh man.
my favorite is
So
sushi. I love sushi.
yeah. So basically, um, we lived in this house. Me and my sister, who's on that's watching right now. We walked into this building, and we both immediately first people first persons to the door, and we walked in there, and we both looked at each other and was like, okay, there's something here, and we both knew it. And we're like, okay, this is going to be pretty cool. Now, behind me, my mother had said, my mother and father were behind us, and my mother had turned to my father, and I heard her say this under her breath, and she looked at my dad and says, "Don't get them started." And my dad said, "What?" So, so yeah, my, my dad knew uh, the paranormal in that sense. You know what I mean? I never talked to my father. I had lost my father when I was 18, so I didn't have that time to actually experience, you know, really all those years that who my father was.
Hmm.
But I digress. So we walk through this place and we get our rooms and we're upstairs, and it was just one of those places where we both knew that there was something there.
Right.
And so, we move in and we're we're going, we started going to school and this and that, and little things started happening. Like, I would come home from school and the coffee pot would be on. Now, my mom had owned a antique store right around the corner,
Hmm.
and so I would turn it off, and then I would go right around the corner and walk into her shop and say, she turned the coffee pot on or left the coffee pot on, and she says, no, I always turn it off. I said, well, it was left on. So this happened a couple different times.
Mhm.
And then um, I went in the kitchen and I said, okay, whoever's turning on the coffee pot, please stop because it's a hazard.
Right.
And so after that, it stopped.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
So yeah. So after that, um, I think it was more or less somebody was trying to get our attention.
Mhm.
So um, I think it was one night I was at work. I was working at a Ben Franklin as a stock boy,
I like
and
Ben Franklin. That was a fun store.
yeah, yeah, the old dime store. So
Your buddy,
I come
your
home
your uh, your
and
boss wasn't named Buddy, was it?
no,
Okay.
no, my boss would have said. So um, I would come home and then go up to my room, and the door to my room was locked. Okay, so I would have to use my driver's license or a card or something like that to open it up.
Right.
And that happened a couple times. And so I went into my sister's room and I said, okay, if you're locked in the door, you need to stop because I'm ruining my license. And she said, yeah, I'm doing it. And okay, I'll stop. And so after that, I was like, okay, that's fine. A couple days later, it was locked again.
Oh,
And I
no.
ran into her roommate. And she said, I had nothing to do with that. I swear to God. And it was not me. And so I went in there in the room. I said, okay, funny joke. I said, please stop locking my door. And she says she didn't do it. And then after that, it didn't happen.
Oh, wow.
So I knew that I was connecting with something or someone.
Yeah.
So we had three rooms upstairs, and the one room we had two dogs, and one was a half German Shepherd with a lab.
Mhm.
Okay,
Nice mix.
and so and yeah, she was. Um, I love that dog. So one time I was in my room and my sister said, uh, "Jay, come here." She's like, "There's something in here because Watson is Ms. Watson. That was her name. Was barking crazy at the closet door
Right.
in the far room."
Oh, wow.
So I stepped outside the
Hey,
door
Jamie
and I
Lynn.
looked. Oh, there's Jamie Lynn.
We
So
just your ears must have been burning. We were just talking about you.
yep. So so I'm sitting out there and Ms. Watson is barking like crazy. And so I put one foot in the door and stepped in the room and she stopped barking. She looked at me and looked at the door and went and got up on the couch and laid down. Whatever was there left as soon as I entered the room.
Oh, wow.
Now that would send the set the trend for me in the future.
Mhm.
Whereas then there were some spirits that would not interact with me, and if I showed up, they would leave. You know what I
Wow.
mean? So yeah. So anyways, what did I do now?
Scared the one
so
away.
yeah. So it was one of those things where it was. I love the house. The house felt kind of safe, but there were a couple times where I didn't realize my gifts, and I didn't realize what I was doing or what I was experiencing and this and that. And so um, there was one time I was sleeping in bed, and I woke up, and I sat up in bed, and there was this lady standing at the foot of my bed and just looking at me.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "What?" I wasn't afraid. I wasn't, just I was mad because I got woke up. I was like, "What?" You know, and then I proceeded to lay back down and go to sleep. And at that time, I basically, I don't know how this happened, but I dreamt that I was talking with my grandfather, my dad's dad.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And I've never met this man. He died in '66. I was born in '71. So, um, so um, it's when my dad was sick, and he basically was just giving me a message, uh, to kids, and he wants I want you to support him and help him and all this other stuff, and I was just like, oh, okay. And in the morning, I went downstairs and I was talking with my mom, and I said, I had this weird dream, and this lady was standing at the foot of my bed. Then I was dreaming of Grandpa, and you know, and she said, and I told her, she said, tell me what he looked like. And so I described him, and she went and got a picture and
Oh,
showed it to me, and that was him.
oh
I was like, oh,
wow.
she said, don't ever tell your dad that. I said, okay. Well then, my sister come down and said, Mom, you'll never guess who's standing at the foot of my bed. This lady went room to room and
Oh
was
wow.
standing at my sister's bed. And so yeah, so after that we experienced some things, doors locking, things, being on or off, hearing noises and this and that. And then eventually we had to move out of there, and that was a sad day because we really liked that house. But yeah, so that personally kind of started where I realized that there was something other than, you know, what we see with our own eyes, you know.
Yeah. That's that's really great that you had a family that semi supported you in what was going on, or at least
Right.
semi understood what was going on.
Hmm.
I was just told it was nonsense.
Yeah, my mom would kind of say that it was nonsense too. Um, but
Oh,
there
it
were
was
certain,
nonsense and from the devil.
yeah, there were
Yeah.
certain things that, what's that old saying? People don't understand the fear.
Mhm.
So yeah. But,
I'm being tugged around by the diamond girl.
oh, I kind of noticed. I'm like, I don't want to know what you're doing. Okay, now that
That's what I'm doing. I
ah, ah,
got it.
we love
That's
Jamie
my
Lynn.
joy. Ow!
Ah,
She misses sometimes.
we
Ouch.
should have Jamie Lynn come.
We should have Jamie Lynn come on. Oh yeah, that's my baby. You can't have her. She's my
Yeah.
baby. Yeah.
We
Jamie
should have
Lynn could come
yeah,
on.
we should have
She
Jamie
should
Lynn
come in. She should come
right
on
right
in
now. Right now.
right now. Right now. Right now,
Right
Jamie Lynn. Right now.
right meow.
Come on.
Yeah.
How do we get her on here? Invite
I
guests.
I would love to pick a date. No, I want you we want you there on here now.
Okay, I'm doing it right. And she wants us to pick a date now. I'm
No,
just
right
gonna
now. I'm
I'm
picking a
working it.
date.
I'm working it. I'm working it. Hold on. Hang tight. I'm getting it. Fast fingers got it going down, man.
My hubby's about to leave for work. I can't. Oh. Well, it's
Oh,
about to leave for work. Yeah. So he'll be at work. You'll be home by yourself. You can come
I sent it. I sent it anyway.
on.
There we
Yeah.
go.
It's
Oh,
it's
be
yeah.
gone.
It's times like this, it's moments like this that we just kind of hang out and we just talk about whatever paranormal and
Yeah,
tell
I like
stories and
sitting
stuff like
around the
that.
tombstones.
Yeah, it's
It's one of
it's
my
pretty
favorite
cool.
things.
Yeah.
Well, it came from when we had our Monday morning phone calls, because you would call me, and well, I remember specifically the first one. The first one is like, "Can I call you at 8?" I'm like, "Nope." I am not moving until after 10. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah. For anybody that doesn't know, Kelly sleeps in, and if I bother her before ten
I don't
o'clock,
like to be getting up. Nope.
right? I think I called you
Mm-mm.
like at 9:58 once.
Something like
And
that. Yeah. It
yeah.
was. Yeah.
So
It was okay.
it was okay. But yeah.
Aw, okay. Well, you go do what you need to do, Jamie Lynn. I'll find a date we can get you on either at the end of this season or we'll
Or
have
just
you
a
on second
random.
season.
Yeah.
Or a
I mean, we
random.
yeah, we
Yeah.
can just do a random.
We
I
can
mean,
do randoms. Yeah.
this is a random.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, this is
I
a
mean,
random. Yeah.
yeah,
Just sitting
yeah,
around. But actually, Jay wanted to test his system out. That's what the
yeah.
problem is.
It wasn't a problem. It was just yeah. I think that my system works
The
pretty good.
occasion, I should say the occasion. The occasion
It's
was
the
that you wanted to
occasion.
test your product, your room out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted
So
to be
yeah,
able to. You
I'll find a date for you, Jamie Lynn. We'll
yeah,
find something. Um. So let's see. Um. What else we got going on? What were we just talking about? Hugs to you too. We'll see you soon.
hi, Jamie
Um.
Lynn.
Bye. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh, I'm going to Tennessee Haunts and Legends this weekend. No, wait,
Nice.
no, no.
Next
This
weekend.
weekend, yes, this weekend is my favorite one so far.
Okay.
Because it's encompassing a subject that I dearly love. If I didn't go hunting for ghosts and evidence of the paranormal, I would be hunting Bigfoot. Um,
Oh
yep, yep.
no.
I have seen Bigfoot. I have smelled
Okay.
Bigfoot. I have heard Bigfoot. I know he exists. I want a picture. But this weekend I'm going to Tennessee Wildman and Cryptid Con. It's a 2-day event. Two-day event. I love it. I
Oh,
can't wait.
to each his own, I guess.
Yeah, they didn't have a paranormal team, so they called me up and they said, "Hey, would you come?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
Yes, because I
Yeah.
love
So when
Bigfoot.
so when you go, and then you'll have to kind of get all these people that are in this Faircon, this
Yeah.
Bigfoot Faircon, and kind of convert them into our side.
Well, no, we're
You
all
know.
paranormal people. We're all
Hmm.
paranormal people. We have different specialties.
Yeah, that's
Our
true.
specialties is ghosts, and their
Yeah.
specialty is cryptids. And with as many cryptids as I've seen, which is right now three, I think
Really?
it's three cryptids. I think I've seen three cryptids. I've seen Bigfoot. No, it's only two. I've seen Bigfoot and I've seen Glimmerman.
Really?
Do you know what Glimmerman is?
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Okay, Glimmerman is a new one, and I'm finding that it is very frequent out here on the Tennessee area. It looks like you remember the movie Predator?
Yeah.
The Glimmerman looks like Predator cloaked.
Oh wow. Okay.
Saw
Huh.
it with my bare eyes, not 30 feet from me.
Hmm.
And it
Wow.
was like, I am not seeing this. I am not seeing this. I am not seeing this. And then I look down at Diamond and she sees it too. And I'm like, yeah, I did see it. The dog saw it too.
Yeah.
She wanted to go over and say hi. She was so excited. She was so excited to get over there. And I thought she was just out there to greet another member in my community because she considered
Mhm.
herself the neighborhood greeter. And I'm like, okay, just wait. I'm getting the mail. I'm getting the whale. And she's tugging at the leash and everything. And I finally look up to see what it is that she's looking at. And I see Pixelated Man. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh wow.
And it's like, I did not just see that. And I look at her and she sees it too. And she wants to go chase after it. So, yeah, that was interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. I'd like to
So
know.
you'll fit in. So yeah. So you'll fit
I'll
in
fit in
right. Right.
great.
Quite well.
They called the
Yeah.
right
No.
person for this.
I bet.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about the expo.
The Tennessee Haunts and Legends. That one is
Yeah.
going to be in Nashville on the 21st of October. It is going to be huge. I
Hmm.
don't know if it's going to be bigger than Rock Island was, but I think it might because it's in an expo over at the fairgrounds. Their
Mm-hmm.
first one was last year. It was the one that I started passing out cards going, you never know who might need me. And I'd love to
Mm-hmm.
investigate with you. And
Mm-hmm.
went this year I'm going as a vendor, not only for cemetery files, but K2PN and TBW Apothecary and the book. So, and
Nice.
wait, yeah,
Nice.
K2PN. Yeah, I got to remember who everybody is. I got too
Right.
many
Right.
fingers in the pot. But
Right.
yeah,
Right. Well, keep yourself busy.
I will. I was
So
hoping to
yeah.
I hope maybe by then I might have some of my teammates with me there, but I don't know if they're going to be able to make it or not. So, I might be by myself. But you know me, I'm never by myself. I'll always find
No.
somebody.
No. No. Right.
I'll find
Yeah.
somebody to talk
Yeah.
to. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I got a couple of things like I told you on the phone today. I revamped the sidewalls to our booth so that they're higher.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
pardon me.
Yes.
I've only been up since 6 o'clock this morning. It was a morning I didn't get to sleep in because the tree trimmer arrived and drove through my lot and went and started cutting down a tree. So
Nice. Yeah.
that's
So what is it? Tomorrow, Thursday. I got to
Thursday.
work. I got to work at noon, but I think I got an appointment at 2:30 where I'm going to talk with the owner of the Maxwell Mansion, Monica,
Oh, you got an
and
appointment? Ooh,
yeah. So I am going to talk to her about doing a speaking event for a small investigation with Mike.
nice.
Right.
Well,
And I talked to Mikey this morning,
yeah.
and
How's
for
Mikey?
the for he's good, and
Good.
he really talked uh talked you up. He really likes you. He thinks
I
that you're
like
really
Mikey too. I
yeah
like Mikey a lot. I like
yeah
hanging out with Mikey.
yeah. So anybody that doesn't know, I mean, we investigated the Rock Island Haunted YMCA last month when we were there, and we had the Faircon there last weekend. So we investigated
Joint
before, and
here.
and yeah, and
Let's do the official thing. It was a joint venture between K2PN and Souls Paranormal.
yes, this is true. Yeah, and Mikey really liked it. And he has his own opinions about it, but he wants to be able to come with me or with us in investigation more, so
Oh,
that
I
he
would love
can
that. I would totally love it.
because the fact that um he's a skeptic, and he's
Hmm.
never really had anything paranormal happen to him, and he wants to know more what it's about,
We should
and
put him and
so
Jim together.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure that they would probably get along great.
Oh, they'd probably
You
get
know,
along great.
yeah. So I figured that I would, try to set something up for Halloween or something, and that maybe me and Mikey can do it on a day off, like on Monday, or that we're off, and we can investigate the speakeasy, which I've investigated that mansion a couple different times.
Mm.
Um,
We
and I
go ahead.
I've caught evidence in the speakeasy before. I've
Oh,
caught
nice.
visual and audio. So yeah, so I'm just gonna try to, see if I can get that to work, because of the fact that I know that the spirits there like me, and I know that I feel welcome when I go in there.
Right.
So yeah, so hopefully we'll see what happens. But it's
Well,
that time
I've
of year.
it is. It's crazy. And I'm glad that I stopped being crazy on the 28th. Well, the 29th I will. So I'll be free for Halloween. Halloween's going to work for me and I'll get to pass out candy to the kids if they show up. But yeah. Well, I've got
Yeah.
tomorrow I have an interview with Paranormal 40 Project.
Okay.
I applied to them and they want to give me an interview and I'm like, "Yay!" So
What
then
is
we'll
that
see what
thing?
happens. It's for people that are over the age of 40.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see exactly what it is they've got going on. They didn't give out too much information when I was applying, but I figured it's paranormal. I'm all for it.
Right. Right.
And then then I had something else going on. I've got on Friday, I'll be at the Truesdale house or the Truesdale place in Gallatin for a Friday the 13th ghost hunt. And then I've got the con after that. And there was one more thing. Oh, my team decided that they wanted to go to the historic Scott County Jail
Oh,
as their next spot.
nice.
So I went ahead and reserved that for November 11th. And the team's all excited. I'm very, very excited to get them out there to that place because they're going to love it.
Where is that at?
That's at Huntsville, Tennessee. We remember we talked to Chris Sumner.
Oh yeah.
That's her place. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go visit Chris and her crew out there.
Um,
Give me that. You give me that, you silly puppy.
you
Dead
said
air, dead air, dead air.
no dead air. Huntsville? Shut up. Huntsville, Tennessee.
Huntsville, Tennessee. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 3 hours away from me.
Directions it is. Um, Holy crap, it's 9 hours from me.
Ugh, that's a haul. That is a
Can
haul.
can you not? Can you just find something in Kentucky, please?
Can we just find something? Well, there's lots in Kentucky. I mean,
Yeah.
I can find places in Kentucky. We can do places in Kentucky.
Well, then do so.
Okay, find them. I'll make a note.
Okay, make
Let
yeah,
me make a note. I'm
yeah,
making a note. I'm making note. Places in Kentucky.
yeah.
Where do you want to
Because it's,
concentrate?
yeah, they're not too far from me. Anything less than 5 hours, I'm happy.
Okay,
'Cause,
great. Cool.
yeah, anything
Okay.
in even in what was it? What's on the other side of? Remember when we were talking about the Civil War camps? Was it
Oh
just
yeah,
to
that one's Andersonville that's down in Georgia. You're not gonna is it
no?
Georgia? Yeah, it's in Georgia. You're not gonna want to. There's another one up there in the area. I'd have to pull out all those notes. I don't have that information stored. But we
Hmm.
could there's one that we could do that's
What?
reasonable. Rose ROHS Theater in Cynthiana, Kentucky.
Okay.
Also, the birthplace of The Walking Dead.
Oh,
Yeah. If you remember back, if you were you a Walking Dead fan?
um, I did watch some of it. I don't know. I tried watching more, but I just didn't.
Well, the main character Rick originally lived in Cynthiana, Kentucky.
Hmm. Yeah.
So they do a big huge gig every year for the
Hmm.
grateful for the Dead Files or the Dead The Walking Dead. Yeah, they do a big thing for the Cemetery
Oh.
Files every year.
uh,
I'm tired.
I can tell. I can tell. Oh my gosh. Oh shit.
I just oh no, don't eat my foot.
Ah.
No, she's sitting there and she puts it on the ground and she waits for me to grab it and then she puts her foot on it. So I waited for her to take her foot off of it and I put my foot on it and she proceeded to try and bite my foot.
Bite. She's gonna get to it through your
She's
foot.
gonna get to it through my foot. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
That doesn't matter, mommy.
All right. You don't need that.
You don't need that. It's half numb anyway.
Right.
So yeah.
Uh,
So but that pretty much is gonna be my
Next
my
couple
next
months.
month. Yeah, my next
Okay.
month. And then I'm basically after we do our last show on December 4th, I am dead to the world for a while.
Right.
Making Christmas cookies.
All right.
What are you guys doing for Christmas this year?
Nothing. I
Oh.
don't know. I have to go Christmas shopping soon.
You should start your Christmas shopping now and then it's all done. You can just have happiness and I don't know what I'm going to do for Christmas
It
this year.
sounds good in
Usually big
theory,
stuff.
but never works that way.
I don't think I've ever been done with Christmas in the month of December. It's
No.
always, well, no, I've not. Let me rephrase that. I've never finished my Christmas shopping outside of the month of December. There we go. It's
Right.
always been rush, 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 rush. There was one time that I was so intent on all of my work during the holiday season and making sure that everything got done in time for me to go off that I was laying in bed, sleeping, shot straight up in bed, and went, oh, what day is it? And my ex-husband my husband at the time said, "Why, it's Christmas morning, Dad." And it's like perfect, perfect, perfect line for him. And it was
Yeah.
Christmas morning, so he got to do the whole Scrooge thing on me, and I was so happy that I was not unprepared for Christmas. Somehow I managed to make
Nice.
it, but I was freaking out.
Congrats. Yeah. Well, I think we've been
We
here an
have,
hour,
we have, yep, an
you
hour
know,
and 1 minute and 35
so
seconds, 37 seconds.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
it
it
was a
was a
good
good test.
test. It was a good run. We are back on Monday with our guest, Nicholas R. Grossman, who is the shaman,
Okay.
and he will be telling us his stories and talking to us about the paranormal and that sort of thing. So we will be live at high noon on Monday, the 16th. 16th.
16.
Yep.
Right. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in to this test, I guess I should say, for just, sitting
Spontaneous.
around the
Yep.
headstone. This spontaneous, yeah, I mean, we had some cool people in the
Hmm.
chats, and so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was cool. So um, like I said, I'll upload this
Yeah, you might as
on
well. It's fun.
wherever, yeah, wherever you upload it.
Yeah.
And we want to thank everybody again uh,
For your support.
At the Rock Island Paracon. We want to thank everybody from there, and
Hmm.
we want to give a shout out to Aaron Thompson from Haunted
Haunted.
on Netflix,
Yep.
and Larry Eisler from Expedition Entity on
That
Paraflix,
was so
and
nice meeting him.
yeah,
Just a joy of an
and
individual.
his girlfriend is awesome too. So yeah,
I
it was
really
cool.
wanted I missed the fact that I didn't get to meet Dan. I really wanted to meet Dan. But I did get to
You'll
meet
meet Dan
Bill.
soon. Yeah,
I
and
did
Bill's
get to
cool
meet
too.
Bill.
Yeah,
I like
yep,
Bill.
yep, yeah. We love Bill. Yeah,
He has
Bill's
nice
a good
warm
person.
hands.
Yeah, he's good people. Nice warm team. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Just
So
leave that
yeah,
one alone.
I'm gonna. Oh, good lord. Yeah.
Oh Lord
See,
Almighty.
we do have fun on this show. So
We
yeah,
have fun. We have
yeah, we
fun.
do.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, everybody have a fantastic evening, and we want to thank everybody again for chiming in on the chats. And you can find this on YouTube as well. So, having said that, this has been a fun evening, and
Hmm.
we will catch you next Monday.
We'll see you later.